Hello everyone. Once again, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at a couple Mego Star Trek figures, Locutus of Borg and Q. And we'll start by going over the packaging. This is basically the standardized packaging that they've been doing for a lot of the recent Star Trek figures. In the case of all the Next Generation figures, they always picture Picard up here in the corner. I would like it if they made a change and went back to the individual picture of the character in the corner, because I'd really like to see Q here instead of Picard. But it is what it is. The packaging is simple enough and really shows off the figure more than anything, because this really is where the attention should be focused anyway. So picture a Q on the back, and also Picard and Data, which I reviewed previously in another video. And then the standard write-up on Marty Abrams, and consultant, sculptor, and seamstress are credited on the back. So Q looks fantastic. I love this outfit. This is where he's a judge, and he brings in humanity to put them on trial. So this is from his original appearance in the encounter at Farpoint. Should be noted that this head sculpt, the hat, is not removable. So this is a complete sculpt for this particular version of Q. Hopefully somewhere down the line we'll get a version of Q without this head sculpt. But for this particular incarnation of Q, I think it looks fantastic. He's got this fancy necklace, and he has the standard molded Star Trek boots, so no articulation in the ankle on these ones. Just take note of that. So Q looks fantastic. Locutus aboard also looking great. And I noticed a change that they had made in the packaging on this one. You actually get a large picture of the character on the back. So a little deviation from what they've been doing, and I like this a lot. So the fact that they did this huge picture of Locutus on the back with the Borg cube in the background, that looks amazing. So hopefully they'll do more like this in the future. And everything's kind of simple on Picard or Locutus. They kept it sort of basic, sort of the way Mego probably would have handled a figure like this in the day. But the sculpt is amazing on the head. As you can see, there's a lot of detail there. And it is more or less based off of like the first head sculpt of Picard. Here you can see my loose Picard. And the detail on the face and the sculpt is pretty similar, although this is a unique sculpt. And you can see the color of the skin is a little different on this one too. So the detail on the eyes is quite good on the Locutus, a little bit better than the Picard. So that's interesting. And I don't know, just very excited about these two figures. I think they're really knocking it out of the park with the Star Trek figures. And if they consistently, can deliver these kinds of things going forward, I will probably buy most, if not all, of these Star Trek figures, because they just look fantastic to me. So very excited about that. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to go over articulation, on a standardized Mego figure. So I have Picard here, and so we're going to go over his articulation. You've got a spin here, no side to side, no front and back. You've got this kind of articulation at the arm, okay? And it will extend out, but you want to be careful because these joints do sometimes get knocked out of whack. You can fix them, so it's not the end of the world, but just be careful when you're extending the arm. So single joint in the elbow, then you got a pivot in the wrist, and then back and forth articulation in the wrist. And these hands will hold accessories like the phaser and stuff like that I showed you previously. So no accessories with either one of these guys, so nothing to hold there. Side to side at the waist, front and back at the waist, and a pivot. At the hip, you can kick out this way, you can kick forward, you can kick back. Single joint in the knee, no articulation in the ankle. Should be noted that on Locutus, he is wearing boots. So underneath this boot, there's very likely an articulated ankle. So that's a little bit of difference between these two. So anyway, very excited to have these in my collection. And I will be reviewing more Mego figures in the future. So that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Your support is appreciated. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Like I said, Mego, there's going to be a lot of that on this channel in the future. So, stay tuned. Until then, I hope you have a great day and live long and prosper.